Signs of fall are all around. The leaves are falling. The ditches and banks along the roadside are turning shades of yellows and whites as late summer flowers begin to bloom. Though pollen is generally in abundance, unfortunately, these late summer blooms are an insufficient source of nectar. For this reason, one of the most important tasks of a beekeeper in our area is to feed a mixture of cane sugar and water. Adding 200 pounds of sugar, I fill the remaining space in a 60-gallon container with water from a garden hose. A 1/2 horsepower sump pump is inserted and used to circulate, agitate, and mix the sugar water. The pump is rated to move approximately 9,600 gallons per hour through an attached 2-inch hose, more than sufficient for the task at hand. Once mixed, I transfer the sugar water to a container strapped in the bed of my truck. The feeding system I use is very simple. I've placed a 12-volt, 5-gallon per minute, self-priming, pressure-actuated pump inside an old toolbox for easy transport. Using hose adapters, I attached a 10-foot garden hose for the intake with a large filter which is inserted in the sugar mixture at time of use. I have a 50-foot standard garden hose with a pistol grip nozzle for dispensing. The motor runs off a 12-volt battery. I find it easy enough to attach it to my truck battery on an as-needed basis. Another very important task is mite treatment. I choose to use Apiguard. Regardless of your treatment preference, it's important that the treatment be completed by early to mid-September. This allows your colonies ample time to prepare for winter post-treatment. Here, I'm applying my final round of Apiguard. I place it on top of the frames of the bottom box. In 2 deep setups, this means another deep sets atop the treatment. In single deep setups, this means the treatment is placed immediately underneath the lid. Feeding and treating your bees in August and September gives you a good start on next season. The honeybees that will be raised over the coming months will be the winter bees that carry your colonies through the winter, eventually raising the bees in late winter that will produce your spring honey crop. Once all treatment has been applied, it's simply a matter of sliding the lids over to expose the frame feeders and filling them with sugar water using the hose and nozzle. I estimate I spend an average of 2 to 3 minutes per colony doing these tasks. I will continue to feed my colonies on an as-needed basis over the coming months. This typically involves feeding 1.5 gallons to each colony about every 2 weeks. I will do this until the days are too cold and the bees begin to cluster.